Welcome back to Fourth Blog Post. English, your full disclosure, logic-infused wrap-up of Pakistan's politically weekly madness. If you thought last week was the climax, wait till you see how this one is unfolding. Because we are now officially in the greater fool territory. Not just politically, but strategically, economically, and ideologically. Let's start with the deadlock. That beautifully stubborn, inflexible, unapologetically egoistic standoff between Imran Khan and the establishment. The greater fool theory, borrowed from economic circles, is now defining our politics. You see, in economy, it's the guy who buys an overpriced asset thinking someone even dumber will pay more. In politics, it's the one who believes they can succeed where everyone else has failed, purely because they feel it's their destiny. And both Imran Khan and the current power holders or the establishment are playing this role with pride. Imran Khan isn't backing down. After 2 years in jail, assassination attempts, and 1,000 headlines declaring him finished, he's still the elephant in the room. He says he's willing to rot in jail forever if it means not compromising. That's not rhetoric anymore. It's existential defiance. And on the other side, the establishment is now high on the illusion that India's recent humiliation and this silent treatment from Trump or the West towards Imran Khan has handed them international credibility on a silver plate. Yes, India messed up. It's true. Modi's miscalculation embarrassed the world's biggest democracy, supposedly biggest democracy. Pakistan gained some diplomatic breathing space, but let's not kid ourselves. That space is rented, not owned by us, or not acquired by us or our ambitions. No, it's rented. America isn't in love with Pakistan. It's just using the current situation to pressurize India for what? Nobody knows. And yet, our system is behaving as if we are now, the system is now untouchable. Enter all these conspiracies and Field Marshal along with the title. Let's talk about the title first. This Field Marshal title doesn't exist in our law. Doesn't have any legal cover. Doesn't belong in the Constitution or even Army Act. And yet, somehow, here we are trying to crown someone as if we have won a big war. We have won a war. You can't just invent posts to celebrate illusions sometimes. That's not how mature nations function. But when you are surrounded by sycophants, fed with flattering surveys, and convinced the universe is finally bending your way, why not dream big, right? Bring all the conspiracies to the table. Coming to that conspiracies, but meanwhile, Khan is quietly strategizing. Quietly, I would say. Basta Gore was initially thought to be negotiating, between the government and between the Khan. But after recent jolts, Shahmad Qureshi back in jail, legal notices flying again, party workers being labelled as goons under Punjab's new laws, Khan has switched back the hard mode. He's not launching a tahreek, but mass mobilization. A tahreek. That's a teaser, I would say. He can surprise later, depending on the circumstances we follow or depending on the path we follow. But here's the twist. Both sides are rigid. Both want resolution. Because in this window, nobody can dream on, bringing their adventures to the table. This is the space, a breathing space where both want resolution. But not only their own terms. It's a standoff where any of them first move is a political suicide, I would say. And they know it. Both of them know it. That's why we are in this weird waiting game, like two chess players, who know the next move is a checkmate or could be checkmate, but neither wants to make it. Now, zooming out to the international front, Pakistan is juggling China, America, Iran, Afghanistan with the skill of weak juggler. The establishments thinks China will solve or TTP issue. Reality check: China know nothing about proxies. They want, economic stability, not to clean up our insurgencies. Their involvement in Afghanistan is purely for CPEC or access to Central Asian nations, not to help us with BLA or TTP. Meanwhile, Iran, who is getting close to its deal with USA, we might expect something from it. But it's futile when it comes to Iran, because Iran doesn't trust us. Obviously, because our historically, ambiguous relationship with US. And now this Iran is supposed to help us, stabilize the western border in terms of BLA. That's rich. That too when Iran has better relations with India. So, yeah. And just when you thought the economic policy couldn't get dumber, enter this crypto game. Yes, the government thinks a glorified poster boy will somehow convert crypto into sustainable economy. The IMF isn't amused. Trump, whose interest may or may not be involved, isn't reliable. In this crypto game, his interest could be involved, his family interest could be involved, but it isn't reliable. So to think using this crypto as a secret channel to park someone's dirty money, which we won't mind, but will eventually trigger another, FATF alarm when the tables will turn in America. This is not economic foresight. This is desperation, guised under the political weakness and dressed as innovation. Let's come back to home. This 27th Amendment is echoing or lurking in legal landmine. If passed, may set some new dangerous precedents for the future political manipulation. We have already seen Supreme Court Justice Musarrat Hilali say on record that voting isn't fundamental right. When Supreme Court judges start echoing authoritarian lines, we have taken the wrong turn somewhere, and we are still not trying to make the right way. And this General Faiz Hamid fiasco is also in the spotlight again, potentially facing capital punishment for mutiny. A charge so vague, it makes political vendettas look like a due process. The logic behind all this: a retired general, General Faiz Hamid, a jailed politician, Imran Khan, at the time of 9 May, conspired to destabilize the military on 9th May. That's our storyline for now. And we expect the world to buy it. Why would they do it? But consider for a moment, they'll buy it. In the midst of all this, we are selling the illusion that international respect has returned to us, and the system is stable, and that everything is controlled. If we are so diplomatically strong, why have we not done anything on Indus Water Treaty, where India is violating daily, but we are not able to do anything? If we are so diplomatically strong, why can't we cash on this Rafale being gunned down, which is being owned by Chief of Defence Staff of India? Where are our politicians? Why are they not cashing it? And what did our establishment do? A big tour to Turkey, Azerbaijan? They can't do anything. We're just riding both, boats, the America and China, and I don't know what will happen to us if both legs go the other way. But the truth is, it's just calmness. Nothing is under control. It's just a momentary calmness. Waiting, both of them or everybody's waiting for one to move towards the disaster. PTI is being suffocated through legal traps quite some time. People's Party is being sidelined according to this new conspiracy theories where 50 to 60 MNAs are going, and from PTI, obviously, that will sideline the Pakistan People's Party too. Balochistan is being ignored despite having lavish jirgas with servants disguised as sardars. KPK is getting drone struck, and nobody is explaining how that drone came and what was it. And then there is budget. Inflation is about to make a comeback. IMF conditions are tightening. And all we have got is this fantasy that crypto or China or America will come to our rescue one way or the other. Spoiler, they might not. We have made promises of $25 billion in external financing. We have barely half. And that's not economics, that's creative fiction, man. As for Imran Khan, yes, he's 72 or 74, I don't know exactly. Yes, time is against him, but he's not chasing power anymore. He's chasing legacy. From World Cup victories to Shaukat Khanum to politics. Khan wants to go down in history as the man who never bent. You can disagree with him, but you can't ignore him. The real fear isn't that Khan will rise again. The real fear is, or the real purpose that establishment wants to be a greater fool, is trying to crush him after 2 years. Maybe they will end up crushing their own remaining legitimacy if moved with this agenda of personal ambitions. Right now, after this newfound grace, I don't think so it's possible. I don't think so establishment move forward. They can, go ahead with all these disqualifying M&As, but none of that would matter. The Field Marshal title, that wouldn't matter either. It could bring momentarily applause, and it did. But it's not something that can't be tainted or being questioned in future. If a deal is to be made, it must be now, while there is a window. Courtesy of India's fumble is still open. Because once that window shuts, once America resets with India, once IMF hardballs us again, once internal unrest rises again, as the Khan said, there won't be time left for graceful exits, which might be the solution, the great graceful exits. Promotion is already there, exit is the next step. So we are back to the waiting game. Who blinks first? Khan, with his legacy at the stake, or establishment, with their illusions in hand? Because in this game of fools, only one gets to be the greater fool. The other, exactly. Until next week, stay alert. The end is always just another beginning in this country.